Okay. A lot of work here.
We had a lot of stuff. We have to throw these away. You know, this was the framing that we did for the outside.
So, David, I'm here with you. You've had this building for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I guess walk me through what it's all about. History of it.
It used to be an office building, and for the doctor's offices, it was very popular office building. I bought it from the doctor that, wasn't working anymore, and he left it the same way. So when I bought it, I removed all the asbestos out of the building. So from the floor to the ceiling, all the walls, all the pipes. So I stripped it down. Also, they had asbestos in the glass moldings and all that. So I changed all the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So we also, you could come over here, I'll show you what's going on.
Okay.
We did all the new plumbing. We took all the old plumbings out. That's where you see all the foundation as it's being digged out.
Okay.
Okay. We did a new plumbing. It's supposed to be a restaurant in the back. I did the plumbing for the restaurant, and it's supposed to be a coffee shop here. I did the plumbing for the coffee shop. And we did all the foundations, new foundation for all these new windows.
Gotcha.
Okay. These are the air conditioning that I bought. It's a brand new air conditioning, ready to go in the building for the heating and air conditioning. Okay, so this is going to be it's supposed to be the coffee shop and the restaurant. And then from here.
Was kind of your vision for it?
That was my vision, yeah. And we have all the permits, 99% of everything. It's kosher, ready to go.
Awesome.
And then upstairs.
How was the asbestos? How that had to be kind of a nightmare, huh?
Yeah, it took me about 2 years, $950,000. Everything you see was asbestos. Everything. The floor, the walls, even this wall that we took out was all asbestos.
Wow. Was that your first time having to deal with that?
Yeah, I didn't even know what asbestos was. I thought I bought a nice building for $300,000 ready to go in. Then they said, hey, you have asbestos, and I realized that what it is, so I had to take it all out.
Why do you think that doctor sold it? He just didn't want to deal with it?
He was too old. He was about 65 years old, and he was too old. He didn't want to practice. He closed his practice down, and that's it. And he had a problem with the hospital from the beginning. And the hospital wanted to buy it, and then when I bought it, it says, please don't sell it to the hospital. All right, I don't want to sell it, but.
So did he have other doctors' offices, other tenants in here?
He was.
Or was it empty? When you bought it?
He kicked everybody out. The reason was because of the asbestos. I didn't know that. So.
Okay, so he had tenants in there, then he kicked them out because
of the asbestos.
It didn't pass an asbestos test.
That's it.
Okay,
it was flaking, and I didn't know nothing about it.
So then he wanted to get rid of it and
then I
sell
got
it.
rid of it. You can't get rid of it illegally. You have to get it's a 1 year
Permits.
job. Yeah, full permits. I hired a company. They came and they took everything. Even the floors had asbestos that they took off and sealed. So.
Okay, so that was the first.
That was a
obstacle.
2004. I finished this 2004, and then from there on. I tried to pass. They wasn't giving me permits to do anything over here. So finally, they gave me permit to do the plumbing. I did the plumbing. I went and bought the heating and the air conditioning units. And I have $100,000 worth of air conditioning right now. Just 1, 2, 3, 4.
My gosh, wow.
That's right there. That's all money. That's all money. Yeah.
Wow.
But for me, it's. I have to bring my wife here all the time. I have to come here. I leave my business, my family there. It's not the ideal thing for me.
Yeah, you live in Los Angeles.
I live in Los Angeles. It's. I thought it would. I could do it, but honestly, I cannot. I can't come here every month. I cannot be after the contractor. You know, the contractor comes, doesn't come, do it, doesn't do it. So it's very hassling.
So the first obstacle was the asbestos, and then what do you think like the other obstacles were? The city and those sorts of things? Kind of go into that.
The city, it's good if you live here. I realize that if you live here and they know that you live here, it's not a problem. But they know I don't live here, and then they have a lot of beef because they want this property, so they pushing the city to push me to the limit. So I'm almost to the limit.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm to the limit. I just like.
So you kind of just been holding on to this empty building?
Empty building.
For 10 years?
For 10 years.
Wow, that's a
That's a lot of
expense.
It's a $10,000 a year insurance liability.
Wow, what are the taxes?
Nothing. The taxes is about $1,000.
$1,000, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
The taxes is not much. It's I invested a lot. I didn't buy a lot. I didn't pay a lot for the building. And that's, you know, removing all these drywalls, getting to the asbestos, removing the tiles, you know, there were all tiles here, and then cleaning it all up and dumping everything and passing the inspections and all that. That's a lot of money by itself.
So, I guess you have all the paperwork for like the asbestos, passing the test now?
There's no asbestos, you can see here.
Okay.
There's nothing here. There's no drywall.
Right.
The asbestos is in the drywall. There's nothing here. And you could go to the Mahoney County. They have all the records there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could get all the records from the Mahoney.
Why don't you show me a little more of the property here?
All right.
We're at the first floor here.
Okay, the first floor.
Got the hospital across the street there.
Yeah, the hospital is across the street.
St. Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth, yes.
Pretty big hospital here in town.
They said they have 15 to 1,800 people work there a day.
Wow.
Forget about the patients, just a day. They have a helicopter landing. They bring patients by helicopters. So this is a big hospital. That's what I really bothered. What I have it in the plan that a elevator goes on the right-hand side. I'm sorry, on the right-hand side, and here's the exit and entrance of it right there. And this is supposed to be a coffee shop. I already did all the plumbing for the coffee shop. Okay, this is going to be a bathroom. Is from right here. It's going to be ladies' room and the men's room on both sides.
Okay.
Then this is all going to be the living quarter for the restaurant. You know, the seats and all that.
This could be like a 24-hour place too, because of the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I was planning. 24 hours at the coffee shop, 24 hours at the restaurant, and then the college is right there. There is nothing there after 5 o'clock. You can't buy nothing.
There's different houses, dorms, and stuff down the street.
They're gonna have over 5,000 people living there on that new building. You see, they bought a whole new block. They have 5 sections they're doing. They already did 3 sections. There's, I think, 2 more sections of building that's gonna go there. It's approximately 5,000 people going to be living there. So this was I was gonna do a pizzeria, fast food pizza, and I even bought the refrigerators and I have everything. It's there. So you come here, you have different kind of pastas, and the guy says, "I want this pasta." You mix with the sauce. You walk, and it goes into the wood oven, and it comes out and goes. So you could do pizza, you could do pasta, you could do salad, and it comes throughout. So that's what I had planned for this.
Man, that's too bad you weren't able to see it become fruitful.
Almost there. It's honestly, it's maybe around about $100,000, $150,000. This could be running. Everything is here, and you don't have to put anything up. You could put those fireproof coating on, and you're on, ready to go. The floor is, you could pour concrete and polish the floor, and that's it. And you have the heating, air conditioning right there. The system supposed to go back there, and it just shoots out on this side, going all the way down, goes around and comes back there.
Gotcha. Cool.
You could go upstairs so you can see upstairs also.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
So it's 40,000 square feet with 3 levels or 4?
4 levels.
4 levels, okay.
4 levels.
Are the So this is the first level, or the top
You have a
3 levels,
basement
very
also.
similar?
We have a
or-
basement also.
Basement too?
Yeah,
okay.
we have a basement also. Yeah, a basement also.
What's down there? Just a bunch of storage right now? Or?
Just nothing really. The water meter and other stuff down there.
Okay.
This is the elevator. You guys got to change the elevator. That's the whole thing.
Those are expensive.
It's you could get a loan and it's about $350,000.
Wow. Wow.
Have the restaurant equipment down there also. That's
Man, you were really, really trying to make this a restaurant. That would have been cool. Okay, this is a nice looking office. This is really cool. You can see the city
oh yeah.
just from standing here.
This is the biggest. Yeah, this is almost the biggest.
Really cool. And that's, is that, what is that right there?
That's the
I think is it Sandball?
Sandball.
Sandball?
Sandball auditorium.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Really cool. Okay. Let's keep looking around.
Let's go. So let's go with that. You can see the other parking lot. Let's go this way so you can see our parking from the top level.
Okay.
Well, this is all the parking right now.
A lot of spaces.
These are extra windows. All the windows are in. These are all extra.
Okay.
So,
So was it, it didn't seem like there was much drywall on this floor, right? Compared to the one below?
below, yeah. You see all the ceilings?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's full of asbestos and all the walls. I did these all new. The framing is all brand new.
Nice. Okay, here's some restaurant equipment you were saying.
Yeah, it's all the restaurant equipment.
Wow, it was used.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You had a restaurant before?
I used to work in a restaurant.
Okay, cool.
That's our parking lot also.
The empty one or?
The empty one. The
Okay.
empty one. All the empty one.
Gotcha.
Where the wood is all the way around, that's ours. I have a plan to put a patio here, a big patio that connects that thing to here. So when you do that, so this is another floor by itself. It has an entrance and everything. So you could come and you could put a double door over here, and then you have a whole entrance from the top parking to the second floor.
Nice. So those parking lots have just been sitting empty. You could,
Yes.
couldn't you like rent those out?
I don't live here.
Hey, I do.
You want that's a chance now.
I'm really hustling, huh, David?
Yeah, you're good.
Not messing
You
around,
can't
man.
be a stupid guy being in the military, trust me. I'm being alive.
That's right. Go to the next floor now.
Next floor, yeah. So this is the second floor.
How old's your son? Is he about my age? I
My
just turned 20.
son is 20 years old. The one that called
20?
you?
Okay, yeah.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah, he found me on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Glad he called.
Another floor. Same thing. I have all the drawing where the air conditioning should go
Okay.
and all that. Everything is framed, ready for drywall, ready for installation, and that's it.
Well, I see you right there. That's the stadium.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we can see it from the roof.
Okay, we're gonna go to the. You got a roof
All
here.
the way rooftop, yeah.
What is that called? Like a little floor on top of the roof?
Oh, there's a penthouse.
Penthouse, that's what it's called.
That's a
Okay.
penthouse. It has a penthouse.
Cool. Let's do it. So you're really kind of open to any sort of,
Any sort of
ideas
ideas and cooperation.
to kind of partnership, LLC, something, right? To do with this. Just get it going.
Get it going. That's what it is. Let's get it going.
Wow, I like the view up here, man. This is really cool. Yeah, it'd be really cool to own some buildings, big buildings in Youngstown.
In Youngstown. There's no big buildings around here. This is the biggest one. This is the hugest one.
It seems like the city's kind of taking the buildings.
Yeah. The city takes it, the city likes this building for some reason. They want it, and they want it badly.
Let's try to put one over the city.
Okay, this is the penthouse.
Maybe I need to become mayor or something.
Yeah, you're right. If you become a mayor, you have a chance. If this mayor has a chance, you have a chance too.
Yeah, he's getting into hot water, it sounds like.
He's been in the hot water for a long time. This is the penthouse.
Cool.
I did the framing and everything.
Okay. This is all installation.
Yeah.
So like, when's the last time I guess you worked on this building?
About the last month, about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Putting the windows up. This holes is for to bring stuff up. If you really want something to bring something up from the first floor all the way up.
Okay, you got a nice flat roof up here.
Yeah.
Can we go outside?
Yeah, we could go outside.
The Bel Park building.
Bel Park. I don't know, this guy didn't give us the key. He didn't give us the full keys. He hasn't given us the keys for this.
It's all good.
Yeah, sorry. Well, we can go through here.
You go through the window?
Through the window if you want to go see it.
Yeah, sure, why not? We're up here. Who knows the next time you'll be in town, right?
No, I don't, unless you tell me when you want to be here.
All right.
No, I cannot.
Pull it up, pull it down. It's all right.
Yeah, that's right. Put a deadbolt lock on it and I cannot open it.
Like walking through the building, David. There's obviously a lot of work that needs to be done here. Sun's in the picture.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's right.
So like, what are you kind of thinking, like offer wise? I know it's kind of like really any kind of creative scenario you're kind of open to.
I'm open with if last time school was gonna come here, I gave them 5 years free rent. When they fixed the building, then we negotiate on the rent towards how much they were gonna give us. But the city took them away from me. The city, when I gave them a different option, they said coming downtown, and they went to downtown. But I'm open with all kind of option. I bought this property $300,000. I put $950,000 just removing the asbestos. I have $300,000 worth of windows and stuff here. I know I'm not gonna get all my money back. At least if I get fair amount of my money back, the building is ready to go.
Or if you're part of some kind of partnership
If
with
you have a
investors or
partnership,
something,
they want to come towards the partnership, yeah.
grants or whatever. Okay.
It's in the best location in town. This is the busiest light you're gonna get in town. And the more traffic in the morning than anywhere else. You got 1,800 people work across the street. It's a lot of people working across. Imagine how many people are staying in that hospital. Forget about the workers.
Right.
So they need somewhere, that's why I said that they need a restaurant, so that's what I said, restaurant. And the school is getting bigger and bigger every day. I mean, you should go by and videotape. They bought 3 blocks and they're all just going to put housing there. So they are growing, everybody is growing. And this place would be the great location for whatever you have to do.
Right.
I bought it because I knew it's a great location. You know, in business, it's location, location, location. You know better than me.
Right.
Location,
right.
location, location.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, kind of, there's possibility here.
It's a lot of possibilities.
Just finding, kind of level ground and the right price.
I already put my, my name and everything there. I have a couple of calls. I didn't even list it with any realtors or anything like that. But if I listed with the realtors, I could get it going. So that's what I'm trying to do at the end of this week to see what I have to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. Good.
All right, thanks.
I'll see you.
People in real estate, man, they make a lot of mistakes. They need to do an inspection.
Yeah, inspection would have saved this guy a lot of money. I don't really know how to. Yeah, man, I don't really know how to put
It's
it.
kind of scary. Glad it's not us, right?
$200,000 purchase price, and he's got that just in HVAC. Spent $900,000 in asbestos removal. Literally, if he would have brought in a professional, it would have saved him $1 million. Now he's stuck with these buildings. He's going to have the city on him. It's a sad story. Like I said.
Not the first time in Youngstown.
No, it could have been averted, but that's where it's really hard, and that's why when I said like the city is hard on people who buy from out of state, because that's what happens. People buy from out of state, they come here, they get these big tickets, like, hey, it's going to cost me this much, and then they start realizing that what it's going to cost to repair it in our area and the value that it ultimately is going to be worth when they're done is not worth it. And then they back out, and then these buildings sit around and they sit empty. That's why the city's kind of putting pressure on these people to say either fix them or let them go.
Right, because they don't want a ghost town and
well, they hold them for decades.
Buildings sitting
they
empty.
Hold them
Yeah,
for
like
decades.
that guy.
And nothing gets done. They live in their own little world, and ultimately, we have to live with the blight. So that's why the city puts pressure on these people. It's a good thing that they are doing that now. Ultimately, a decade ago, that pressure wasn't put on them, and that's why we had all the vacant homes. And then YNDC, you saw YNDC, they kind of, made their alliances, and they're picking these things up. I think it's a good thing. But ultimately, if this guy would have got inspection, he wouldn't be going through this story right now.
I guess he thought he was like buddy with the
And the guy took advantage.
The seller.
Clearly, the guy took advantage of him. But when you're spending that kind of money for you not to know what asbestos, like you should know if you're buying that type of building, how asbestos can hurt you ultimately. But in the commercial world, it's a little different than residential, because in commercial, you don't have anybody to fall back on but yourself. Most of them are sold as is. There are no property disclosures normally, like residential. They just assume people are in the commercial world or professional companies normally.
Right.
But sometimes it's not the case. Somebody who's got some money and thinking that they can do good, and then ultimately hurts them.
That's too bad. I wish asbestos wasn't there and the guy could have had something special there.
$900,000 magically to put that in repairs.
Right.
That building could actually be occupied. But just by looking at it, he's probably $2 million out still before he even. And then the problem is, who are you going to get to occupy the space?
Right.
right? So
Who do you think he'll eventually have, keep the building? The city of Youngstown? Do you think you eventually will get it?
ultimately, I still think he's at a position of where his wants are a lot higher than the value of the home, the property. If he's telling you that he's looking in that $1 million range, I don't foresee that happening. So until he comes to realization that he bit off more than he could chew on that building, it's going to be a constant putting out cash. It's good to see, though. It seems like he put a lot out for the better. It's just I don't see him closing that chapter. It'll be somebody else. It'll either be the city or it'll be
YSU or something.
yeah, it'll be another company, but I don't think that location is ready to sustain a $2 million investment right there. Where he said it's going to be a coffee shop, I don't. Most coffee shops aren't going to invest money in there, so he himself will be the one who has to, or somebody, whoever buys that building is going to be the one who has to invest their money to try to bring that to fruition. So that'll be an interesting story to see how that turns out. But ultimately, if I was to guess, I'm going to bet that the city will step in on that in time.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's too desperate and put too much money into it, so.
Yeah. Not seeing the whole building, you saw a lot more than I did, just kind of seeing the first floor.
Yeah, the next two floors are pretty cleaned up.
Are they?
It just, needs drywall and everything. And,
Yeah.
So, I mean, someone could fix it up and do something with it, but, need it at the right price.
What do you think it is worth?
So the asbestos is gone. He paid, $200,000 for it. Repairs building that up. It's kind of tough to say with a commercial property like that, but yeah, maybe $500,000.
I wouldn't pay $500,000. Simply, you still have well over $1 million just to get it. It's how many square feet was it?
40,000.
40,000 square feet. So imagine even if you spent on average $7 a foot to repair, it starts adding up. And then as you're digging into them buildings, you always get more than what you expect. I've learned that personally. So yeah, would you put, if you had $2 million, you're going to invest it down there?
Probably not. Probably rental properties.
Yeah. So to each its own. Downtown Youngstown, Youngstown's come a long way, in my opinion. I've always had a great passion for Youngstown. There's just certain parts it's just going to take time for it to filter out. I would say that downtown would be where I would invest my two. If I was going to be putting $2 million, I'd invest it in town first before I'd start, hitting outside. But them buildings, they're beautiful, man. Where else are you going to get 40,000 square feet for?
Yeah.
Right? That's probably what attracted you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a good partnership and a good network around you. And not go head first.
Let's not forget deep pockets.
Yeah, bigger pockets.
Yeah,
and
to sustain something like that. So imagine he bought this for $200,000, and then what was it? A month later, he got a knock on the door saying, "Hey,
asbestos.
You have asbestos." Ouch! I'm sure he had a few sleepless nights to get a $900,000. Like that would devastate most people. Like. I'm sure, he's shaved because he probably has a lot of gray hairs.
That's scary.
Absolutely. So yeah, do a home inspection. Get a professional who knows what they're doing before you make any investment in the commercial world.
King of Columbiana.